Yes, the coronavirus stacked the deck against new movies finding their way to us during the first half of 2020, but quality still won out. Maybe not in theaters, which are still inching their way towards opening depending on what phase of relaunch your state is in. But even after multiplexes were shut down when the pandemic struck hard in mid-March, audiences found other ways to get their movie fix, thanks to video on demand and such streaming services as Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, HBO, Disney+, and there were a handful of films who made it into theaters just under the quarantine wire that, months later, we still can't get out of our head. At the year's halftime point, the fighting spirit of movies is alive and well, as these winners defiantly attest. From a war epic from one of our greatest living filmmakers, to a documentary on hip-hop legends, a horror movie classic tailored for our current moment, to a cutting contemporary political satire, here are some of the best movies of 2020 so far.
Welcome. Have a seat. Whatever's going on, you can tell me. That's what I'm here for.
The Assistant. What does it feel like to work for a monster? Look into this lacerating low-budget provocation from writer-director Kitty Green for an answer. Jane, an office assistant, played with riveting restraint by Julia Garner, works for a predatory movie mogul who seems a lot like Harvey Weinstein, or really any employer who uses his position to intimidate. As Jane struggles to survive under the thumb of a toxic boss and the office hierarchy that shields him, Green indicts a broken world in microcosm.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage our district superintendent and my friend, Frank Tassone.
Bad Education. As a New York public school superintendent who embezzled more than $11 million from the system, Hugh Jackman gives the performance of his career. Sorry, Wolverine. His character, Frank Tassone, is passionate about education. But does this man's genuine dedication to his job jive with his self-deception, Botox addiction, and a secret life funded through grand larceny? In Corey Finley's woundingly funny film, Jackman uncovers the roots of a social rot that finds us all complicit. Blue Story. A London-set crime drama about rival street gangs, this stand out first feature from rapper-director Andrew Onwubalu, aka Rapman, follows Timmy and Marco, friends who go to the same high school but live in different neighborhoods. Class warfare erupts before the violence does, and the West Side Story romance between Timmy and Leah doesn't soften the blows. Rapman, who interrupts the action with hip-hop commentary, energizes every frame with style and verve.
As the attorney representing Adrian's trust, I'm required to read a prepared statement.
The Invisible Man. Elizabeth Moss and filmmaker Leigh Whannell raised the bar on the 1897 H.G. Wells classic by making the smart and timely decision to shift focus from the title character, a wealthy optics innovator, to his architect girlfriend, whom he keeps controlling and abusing even after his alleged death. The spotlight is now on the empowered woman who decides she's not going to take a minute more of his toxic masculinity. It's a work of socially conscious horror that doubles as a #MeToo revenge story.
I didn't see you at school today. I went to the doctor. What's wrong? Girl problems. Your tattoos. What are those numbers on your arm?
Oh, that's the date my dad died. He was a fireman.
The King of Staten Island. SNL favorite and Staten Island native Pete Davidson had a firefighter dad who died on 9/11. Davidson, the film called him Scott, his dad's name, was just 7 when tragedy struck. With invaluable input from the director and co-writer Judd Apatow, the comedian uses just enough of his own story to play Scott as a 20-something train wreck, still living at home with his nurse mom. He's more into smoking weed than pursuing his career, not as a comic but as a tattoo artist. It's challenging to build a raucous funhouse tinged with grief and depression, but Davidson shows subtle acting chops as he shapes his life into something funny, touching, and vital. That's all we have for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.